Hello students. In the last class we have discussed about allergies and autoimmunity. In this class we will talk about the next concept, that is immune system in the body. Immune system in the body. Immune system present in our body. Immune system means it's a system which has the capacity to recognize the entry of antigens through all possible ways or through all possible routes into the body and mobilize its cells to destroy the antigens is called immune system. Immune system is a system which has the capacity to recognize the entry of antigens. Immune system is having the capacity to recognize the entry of antigens or foreign substances through all the possible ways. All the possible ways means antigens or foreign substances may enter the body either through nose, means through during respiration or exchange of gases or breathing, then through mouth, means microorganisms or foreign substances may enter the body through food or water, or sometimes foreign substances or antigens may enter the body through urinogenital tract or through vagina in case of females. Like this, immune system has the capacity to recognize the antigens which are entering the body through all possible routes. Then immune system mobilize its cells. Mobilize its cells means activate its cells to destroy the foreign substance. So what is immune system? It is a system which has the capacity to recognize the entry of antigens. Recognize the entry of antigens or foreign substances through all possible routes. And mobilize. Mobilize means activates. Mobilize its cells. Cells of the immune system. Its cells to destroy the antigens is called immune system. The human immune system mainly consists of lymphoid organs. In case of human beings, immune system mainly consists of lymphoid organs. Lymph, in human beings, lymphoid organs. Lymph is a colorless fluid rich in WBC. Lymphoid system. Lymph, network of lymph vessels. Network of lymph vessels. Lymphatic system. Lymph vessels, lymphoid cells and antibodies. Lymphoid cells and antibodies constitutes immune system in human beings. Immune system in human beings includes lymphoid organs, lymph, network of lymph vessels, lymphoid cells and antibodies. Our immune system recognizes the antigens or foreign substances which are entering the body. Then immune system responds to the antigens. they respond. Immune system first recognize the entry of antigens, later they'll respond to the particular type of antigens by producing particular type of antibodies, and finally immune system keeps memory regarding the particular type of antigen or foreign substance. Immune system plays a major role in allergic reactions and also in autoimmune diseases and organ transplantation. Immune system plays major role during allergic reactions, autoimmune diseases and organ transplantation. Organ transplantation, for example, transplantation of the kidney, transplantation of kidney or transplantation of heart. During organ transplantation or during autoimmune diseases and during allergic reactions, our immune system plays major role. Now let us discuss about our immune system in detail, means about lymphoid organs, lymph or network of lymph vessels. About these things we will discuss now. Lymphoid organs. First one is lymphoid organs. Lymphoid organs are the organs where origin, maturation and proliferation of lymphocytes takes place. Lymphoid organs means lymphoid organs are the site where origin, lymphoid organs. It is the site, lymphoid organs are the site where origin, maturation and proliferation. Origin, maturation and proliferation of lymphocytes takes place. Here, proliferation of lymphocytes like B lymphocytes, T lymphocytes takes place in the lymphoid organs. There are mainly two types of lymphoid organs. Mainly there are two types of lymphoid organs such as primary lymphoid organs and secondary lymphoid organs. Primary and secondary are the two types of lymphoid organs. First we will discuss about primary lymphoid organs. Primary lymphoid organs. There are two types of lymphoid organs such as primary lymphoid organs and secondary lymphoid organs. In the primary lymphoid organs, B lymphocyte and T lymphocyte undergo maturation and proliferation. B and T lymphocytes. B lymphocytes and T lymphocytes undergo differentiation and maturation. They undergo differentiation and maturation. After the maturation, this B lymphocyte and T lymphocyte migrate to secondary lymphoid organs or to peripheral lymphoid organs. Secondary lymphoid organs are also called as peripheral lymphoid organs. B lymphocyte and T lymphocytes undergo differentiation and maturation in the primary lymphoid organs. After maturation, this B lymphocyte and T lymphocyte migrate or they move towards the secondary or peripheral lymphoid organs. The best example for the primary lymphoid organs are bone marrow and thymus. Primary lymphoid organs, bone marrow and thymus. bone marrow and thymus are the two primary lymphoid organs. Bone marrow is the main lymphoid organ. Bone marrow is the important lymphoid organ where all type of blood cells as well as lymphocytes are produced. Particularly B lymphocytes. Bone marrow is the site where all types of blood cells including lymphocytes are produced. Whereas thymus and this bone marrow is a soft spongy tissues which are present in the bone. Bone marrow is present in some bones. It is a soft and spongy hollow space like structure where the production of all type of blood cells takes place. Next one is thymus. Thymus is bilobed structure present in the thorax region. Thymus is a bilobed structure present in the thorax region just above the heart and beneath the breastbone. Thymus is the bilobed structure present in the thorax region, means particularly just above the heart and beneath the breastbone. In the thymus, differentiation of T lymphocytes takes place. Already we have discussed about T lymphocytes. Differentiation of T lymphocytes takes place in the thymus region. Then the next one is secondary or peripheral lymphoid organs. Secondary or peripheral. Secondary or peripheral lymphoid organs. These are the organs in which mature cells gets deposited. In the secondary or peripheral lymphoid organs, mature cells gets deposited and they are diminished with the age. For example, spleen, lymph nodes. Example for secondary or peripheral lymphoid organs includes spleen, lymph nodes. Spleen, lymph nodes, tonsils, Peyer's patches. Peyer's patches which are present in the small intestine and appendix. Peyer's patches present in the small intestine and appendix. Then gall and MALT. GALT means gut associated lymphoid tissues. MALT means mucosa associated lymphoid tissues. So these are examples for secondary or peripheral lymphoid organs. Peripheral lymphoid or secondary lymphoid organs means these are the organs in which the mature cells gets deposited and the mature cells are diminished with the age. First, we will discuss about spleen. Spleen is one of the largest bean-shaped lymphoid organ. Spleen is the largest bean-shaped lymphoid organ and it is present in the upper part of the abdominal cavity. It is present in the upper part of the abdominal cavity, just behind the stomach. Spleen is bean-shaped lymphoid organ present in the upper part of the abdominal cavity, just behind the stomach and close to the diaphragm. Diaphragm separates the thoracic region from abdomen region. Just behind the stomach and spleen is very close to diaphragm. And this spleen contains lymphocytes and phagocytes. It contains lymphocytes and phagocytes. Phagocytes means these are the cells which ingest the foreign substances. The process is called phagocytosis. Spleen plays an important role in the production and destruction of RBCs. The lifespan of red blood cells is 120 days. After 120 days, RBC, destruction of RBC takes place in the spleen. Spleen plays an important role in the production and destruction of RBC. And spleen filters the antigen from the blood stream. They filter the antigens from the blood stream. In the secondary or peripheral lymphoid organ, interaction of lymphocyte takes place with the antigens. Then proliferate to become effector cells. Means secondary or peripheral lymphoid organs provide the sites for the interaction of lymphocytes, interaction of B lymphocyte or interaction of T lymphocytes with the particular type of antigen, which then proliferate to become effector cells. The next one is lymph nodes. Lymph nodes. Lymph node is also one of the secondary or peripheral lymphoid organ. These lymph nodes are bean shaped and they lie along the lymphatic ducts. Lymph nodes are bean shaped and they lie along the lymphatic ducts, and these lymph nodes are rich in phagocytes. They are rich in phagocytes. Antigens trapped in the lymph nodes are responsible for the activation of lymphocytes present in that particular region. Antigens which are trapped by the lymph nodes or which are trapped in the lymph nodes are responsible for the activation of lymphocytes, means B or T lymphocytes which are present in that particular area and that cause the immune response. When lymphocytes gets activated, they may produce particular type of antibodies, and that antibodies may fight against the foreign substance or antigen. Another one is tonsil. Tonsil is also one of the secondary or peripheral lymphoid organ. These tonsils are the collection of lymphoid tissues. Which are present around the pharynx. Means in the neck region, and these tonsils are composed of B lymphocytes. Tonsils are the collection of lymphoid tissues which are present around the pharynx and they are composed of B lymphocytes. Next one is Peyer's patch. These are the aggregations of lymphoid tissues. Peyer's patch are the aggregation or group of lymphoid tissues which are present in the lamina propria of the ileum of the alimentary canal. Ileum, jejunum and duodenum. These are the three parts of the large intestine. First part is the duodenum, second part is the jejunum, ileum, and third part is the jejunum. Duodenum, jejunum and ileum. Duodenum is the first part, jejunum is the second part, ileum is the third part of the large intestine. In the ileum of the alimentary canal, these Peyer's patches are usually present. These are the aggregation of lymphoid tissues in the lamina propria region of the ileum of the alimentary canal or ileum of the large intestine. Then appendix. Appendix is a small finger-like extension which is present at the junction of the ileum and cacum. It is present at the junction of ileum and cacum. Ileum is the part of the small intestine. Ileum is the part of the small intestine. It is not a part of large intestine. Duodenum, jejunum and ileum, these three are the parts of small intestine, whereas cacum, colon and rectum are the parts of large intestine. Make a correction there. Ileum is a part of small intestine. In that ileum or in the region of the small intestine, Peyer's patches are present. And appendix is a finger-like extension which is present at the junction of ileum and cacum, means which is present at the junction of small intestine and large intestine. Appendix is present. In first year, while discussing about digestive system, we have discussed about the appendix, vermiform appendix. Then lymph nodes. Lymph nodes are helpful to trap the microorganisms or to trap the antigens or foreign substances. The last two secondary or peripheral lymphoid organs are MALT and GALT. MALT is nothing but mucosa associated lymphoid tissue. MALT means mucosa associated lymphoid tissue. It is important for 1 mark. What is MALT and what is GALT? Mucosa associated lymphoid tissue, whereas GALT means gut associated lymphoid tissue. Gut associated lymphoid tissue. Mucosa associated lymphoid tissue and gut associated lymphoid tissue. These two are secondary or peripheral lymphoid organs. MALT is the lymphoid tissue which is present within the lining of the major tracts like respiratory tract, digestive tract, urinogenital tract, etc. MALT or mucosa associated lymphoid tissue is present within the lining of digestive tract or lining of respiratory tract and urinogenital tracts. Mainly they contains about 50% of the lymphoid tissue. MALT constitutes about 50% of the lymphoid tissue in the human body. Next one is GALT or gut associated lymphoid tissue, means it is the lymphoid tissue present in the gut region, in the alimentary canal, or it is present in the gut region. This is about immune system in human beings. Thank you.